Hey guys, welcome back to Manfred Words Podcast. I'm your boy Arsize Al. I got our expert golf analysis with us today. Robbie, how you doing?
Good, good. How are you today, Ryan?
Doing good. I'm doing good. So I mean, golf's been pretty busy over the last couple of months. There's been a lot of breaking news. Um, I'm sure you've been keeping up with it as usual. And I mean, Cooper's out here today. He's he's doing some
God
other
rest his
things.
soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not really good at golf analysis, so I thought maybe bring in our expert and help us to break down some of the plays from the last couple of tournaments. So first of all, I want to talk about the upcoming US Open coming this week. Um, so today's Thursday, the day we're recording the podcast, and right now we have Adam Hadwin, who's in the lead right now, 4 under.
Who did you say?
Hadwin is at 4 under.
Is that a
He's,
made-up name or that's a real golfer?
he's Canadian.
Ah, no wonder.
He's he's uh he's been playing on the PGA Tour for a while now. But he's in the lead right now. A lot of a lot of breaking news has been going on lately, Robbie. Have you been keeping up with the new golf league, the LIV Golf League?
Yeah, I mean, first off, I don't know, is it live tour, live tour? Is it
I
a
mean,
play on words? What is it?
it's live golf.
Live golf. So there's really nothing at stake, and I don't ever plan on watching a televised event that's live golf, or any other named format that isn't like a sanctioned competitive tournament. You know, these guys are just playing for money. It's clear most of these guys can't win on the actual PGA Tour where the top talent exists, or the European Tour. There's amazing golf that exists in both of those leagues that, day to day, week to week, just kind of rival each other, parallel each other. But I mean, let's just call it what it is. It's blood money going to golfers, and they're willing to sacrifice their souls, their lives, others' lives for what? Money? Money? I mean, money fixes a lot. Like, I could use a lot of money, but it won't help my soul.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Um, I mean, whenever I was listening to an interview about Bryson DeChambeau and why he joined the Live Golf Tour, he said it's because it brings him more time towards his family, um, and helps him, I guess, comfort his family a little more. Um, I mean, I understand that aspect to it. You know, you want to provide for your family, you want to help to make sure your family's in a good place. I feel like what he was trying to say is basically just about the money.
Well,
Um,
the most interesting thing is, so Phil Mickelson right now, in his age and career, he's the 11th. Um, I think all-time earnings, he's number 11th. He's number 11 on just all sports for all time. Like a golfer, Phil Mickelson, that's up there with Messi, Neymar, LeBron, Tiger, all those guys. And
mhm.
so it's clear he has money. So what's the motivation? More money? It's like, how greedy can you get? Dustin Johnson career earnings, or at least current, um, net worth, is like 120 million. What, he doubled that? Great. Now you're worth 240 million. Now what you got? Nothing.
So Phil Mickelson, I mean, he's been talking about this league for a while now. He's been preaching about how much success there is in LIV Golf Tour, and people have definitely been changing their minds about him as of lately from this whole uh, fiasco going on.
Yeah, he's not as beloved as he used to be. I mean, your true colors start shining through what you're all about. We know what he's about now, so that's just the way that's going to be. But it was nice seeing Rory McIlroy win the Canadian Open last week, back-to-back champ. We were there in 2019 whenever he won there in Toronto before, and the people love him. And I think he's kind of peaking again, golfers hit lulls and they change things up and they exercise and they diet and they work hard and it's a grind. But once you get in that rhythm where Rory is now and where Scotty was at the beginning of the year, it's a good place to be. So looks like Rory's already starting pretty hot here at the US Open. Tied for second behind the Canadian, speaking of Canada, Hadwin, a name that I will soon forget after this tournament's over. So there's no way he's going to compete after this today. So anyways, I love Rory. I love that he's sticking with the PGA. He knows that's where the best golf is. And, again, it's good to see him put his money where his mouth is and show up and beat up the field last week. And hopefully, that brings a level to the game that they've never had before. These guys are always so cordial and handshake and kind. Now they're kind of after each other. Oh, you're a sellout. You're not good enough to stay on the tour and win here with all the best golfers. And, you're all about this money stuff. So LIV, LIV, it's going to be one of those come and go deals, just like any of those, football leagues that try to rival the NFL. They won't stick around. There's no way.
I mean, to your mention, Rory's won. He's been at least in the top 10 in the last 5 tournaments. So he's been definitely playing really well. I think that this whole new golf tournament and league has probably helped. Has definitely boosted his confidence a lot. I feel like, and the whole LIV golf thing is something that probably will go away in the next couple of years. I don't see companies, spending that much money on golfers, every week.
Right, the money's going to run out. You got to have sponsors to pay money. That's why these purses, they have really great sponsors of the PGA, and those purses, stay in the 12, 15 Sawgrass, I think is $20 million range. That's a lot of money week to week that the sponsors are willing to pay. Instead, these guys are going to, who knows how much money the king of Saudi Arabia has, probably endless amounts. They can't even count it. So it's nothing to him. But yeah, for sponsors, there's no way. If people have to have a connection to a golfer, a connection to a sponsor, like you build those brands and those identities, and they make sense because passion is what the fuel that people have when they're fans and they like to support golfers and companies and sports and athletics and everything else in between. So anyways, I like Rory. Will Zalatoris has been playing good lately. He had a little bit of a rough finish in Southern Hills. Justin Thomas is another amazing golfer who's been playing well. So any one of those three guys I could see this week at the US Open, kind of cutting down the nets, proverbially speaking, of course. Come Sunday, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that. We should know a champion by then, if not before. We've seen it before with Tiger. You run away with the field on Saturday and, you're up 8 strokes. And I don't know if we're going to end up with something like that, but who knows? What do you think? Who do you think is going to rise to the top this week?
If it was me, man, I think I've said it so many times, but I think Will Zalatoris, man, he's been trying. He's been up there, so many times. He's got second in Masters, he's got second in the PGA Championship, he's got second in the US Open. So I just think he's not going to endure at this point. He has to be. He's already at 1 under, so he's not that far back already. And I feel like his putting has gotten a lot better as well these last couple of tournaments and months of working. I feel like he's been progressing even more than he did last year. And I would say hopefully we see maybe Rory's come out on top again. I think pretty awesome. We saw him win again. He hasn't won a major since 2014.
Yeah, it's been a while. 2015, right?
But to me, I feel like if people start to leave the golf, the PGA Tour, I feel like there's going to be a lot more of talent coming in from different places and people who usually don't get a chance to be in the top 10 of a tournament, maybe start to show up and grow their golf game. So I think, even though some major names are leaving, like Ricky Fowler's going to leave this next week, Bryson DeChambeau, Patrick Reed, Pat Perez. I mean, I feel like more names like them will come into the league and the tour. So, I mean, I don't think it's that.
I think it creates a good dynamic. You know, these guys, I like a little fire, and I want to see that. John Rahm and Colin Morikawa both off to a 1-under start to the U.S. Open. Oh man, they're incredible golfers. Those two right there.
You
I
see on the
think-
list, the only top name on the LIV Golf Tour that's at the U.S. Open right now is Dustin Johnson, who's a 1-under. So I mean, he's probably the only good player in my opinion that's on the LIV Golf Tour.
Yeah, it looks like he
Besides-
finished 2 under, so that's good.
Right, so he's probably he's definitely a top 10 golfer in the world. So, I mean, when you see that competition stats be so different between the two tours, I mean, you automatically see how people are just chasing money at this point.
Yeah, no, I agree. Mido Pereira, Victor Hovland, and Scotty Scheffler are all right there at even. That's a good, solid group of golfers there. That Wyndham Clark guy, he's right around there. Might not be a household name yet, but watch out for him and Bo Hostler. Those are a couple of guys I think that could get low tomorrow or Saturday and be up at the top of the leaderboard. Gary Woodland, I mean, I talked to him. Me and him are like best friends, right? He hit on number 1 in a practice round, Southern Hills. He hit that drive way to the right. You're up there gnawing on that $15 hamburger that Justin Thomas was complaining about. And I'm standing there talking to Gary. He was like, Gary, yeah, that would have been the best chance to get a selfie. But I was just chatting. Gary, how'd you get over here, bud? What happened? Did you hit a tree? He's like, I don't know. Hit the ball over here. And then he just,
I don't think
I think he wanted to get rid of me. So he like foot wedged. He kicked the ball like over closer to the fairway. And so then I was like, all right, Gary, whatever.
Yeah, I feel like when those situations, you don't really need a selfie to prove that you've been to or that you've seen someone.
Right.
So, but I mean, this upcoming U.S. Open, I mean, Dustin Johnson's won before. Jon Rahm, defending champ. Who do you think we could see this week potentially as the 2022 U.S. Open champion?
I'll tell you right now. You know what that is? That's some Go Pokes. That's Vicky Hovland. Vic, my boy, number 1 U.S. Open champ. Let's go.
He's not even in the top 10 right now.
Doesn't matter, bud. Doesn't matter. He's got the power of Pistol Pete. He's gonna mind control the field. He's gonna get crazy. Where's your OSU hat? It's up there. I see a visor.
It's not up here.
What's that visor? That visor hat.
It's
Oh yeah, well, that's trash.
in bronze.
Trash.
Anyways,
who are they
I
gonna
got-
have? Baker Mayfield or Deshaun Watson?
And Deshaun Watson, gets prosecuted again. They might need Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, they're up to 24 allegations again. So
I did hear that Panthers are in talks with Baker Mayfield right now. So I would say Carolina is probably the best place for Baker at this point.
show me that hat that you got at TPC Sawgrass. The playas. Playa.
We
Yeah.
actually, for people that don't know, we went to the 2021 Players Championship where
Justin Thomas, yeah.
JT won, and that was pretty awesome to see him.
That was our first.
Um,
That was our first PGA event that we had been to together, and then our second one, Southern Hills, a few weeks ago. Justin Thomas wins it again. So
Yeah.
Justin, if you're watching, if you're listening, you have your secret weapons right here. Get us where you want to win. And when we go, you will go and win.
Well, I'm saying, dude, I mean, we've said before, I think we tried talking to him and
I love JT. I love
he
him.
didn't reply, but
I know.
we
I
tried to get
tweeted
him,
him. I
we
tweeted
tried,
him at Robbie White 81 for those who want to just give me a follow there on Twitter.
yeah. I tried to get him on a podcast, but he declined. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
He's probably going to get on with big old Pat McAfee, you
I
know.
mean, he's playing the US Open this week.
No, it's all right. It's fine. I
So
think that makes sense.
yeah.
Maybe we can talk to him afterwards. You know, if he doesn't win, he won't have far to look for the reason why we weren't there. Justin, get us there.
And I was also going to tell you that Matthew Wolf is actually joining the LIV Golf Tour as well.
I understand, and Ricky Fowler, but I mean, both those guys have been struggling. I mean, Matthew Wolf is inconsistent, some missed cuts. The PGA Tour, if you're missing cuts, I mean, it's not a good week, and you don't feel good about yourself or your game. But the golfers like Horschel and others that grind it out, eventually they'll get their day. You will get your reward if you're a great golfer. You're
We
not
just
going to end
saw
up
it.
second every time.
We just saw it happen. Billy Horschel won the Memorial Tournament, which is a lot of money.
Yeah, that was awesome to see Jack Nicklaus kind of embracing Billy and like Billy's kids running out. And that was the first tournament they had actually seen their dad win. And they all got to kind of run on the green and hug their dad. So that was awesome. I know it meant a lot to their family, and it made for good television too. The Memorial Tournament was great. Again, the PGA talent week after week is just incredible.
And then also we saw you talked about Mito Pereira, and he had kind of he was leading the whole way in the PGA Championship, and then that final hole he kind of double bogey. What did you see on that final hole that kind of struck you to be odd?
I
Because I
don't
mean,
know. I mean, just
he pulled out the driver, and everybody.
that's probably mistake one is like just hit a iron, get it in the center of the fairway, and play for par. You're going driver that there's a creek down there, there's trouble, stay far away from it. That's when you're young and you've got like no fear, I understand it, but look who walked away the winner. And unfortunately it wasn't Mido, but we followed him for an entire former Texas Tech Red Raider. He had played Southern Hills as an amateur on more than one occasion, so he knew the course. He played well, so he probably should have known that he could have gotten a 4 or even at worst a 5 and walked away champion if he just put that ball in the fairway. Whatever you got to do, put it in the fairway. So yeah, that was learning experience. He's played good since then and before then, so I don't think it's affected him, and that's great because I can't wait to see him hold up a trophy. He's a future champ for sure.
And also Joaquin Neiman, I mean, he's been up there for a while. He hasn't really won as many tournaments, but he's definitely been somebody that's been showing up these last couple of months. And I feel like he could possibly win this US Open. I'm not gonna say he will.
If he won the US Open, he's up there with Scotty Scheffler already for player of the year. I mean, that would be phenomenal. That would be insane.
So right now, who would you say your player of the year is right now?
I mean, it's Scotty Scheffler, as much as I don't like him because, I don't have like a connection with him. I think that's probably Scotty Scheffler, and then, JT, maybe a 2, and Rory a number 3 right now. Zalatoris 4, and then number 5. I don't know who do you have at number 5?
Maybe Billy.
Shane Lowry's played really good. But
No,
yeah.
not Shane.
Oh, geez, bud. Max Homa.
Yeah, Max Homa. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, so we got Max at 5. Those are the guys that I hope to show up this week. I like it when the best talent rises to the top in these majors, and then you just watch them duke it out. Every shot's a pressure shot, and that's what, again, I think we circle back with the LIV Tour. That's what they don't have. These guys are already guaranteed money and salaries, and so what is there really to play for? They're putting on exhibitions for.
All saying it's entertainment is
I
what it
don't-
is.
We'll see how entertaining it is when no one watches the dang thing. Sorry.
Yeah, I was on,
PG
so
13.
they're only streaming, they only stream on YouTube. So whenever I went on, I'll admit I did watch a little bit of it. There was only about 60,000 people watching it. So I mean, that just tells you right there. I mean, when you got about almost 2 million people watching it PGA on a Sunday or whatever, and you got 60,000 people watching this, it's not even close.
At Sawgrass, it seemed like there were 60,000 people on hole 17. I mean, so don't discount the people that show up too and spend all that money and follow the golfers, and it's an experience, and it's one like no other really. NFL probably is up there. We went to that Ravens game, and that was like, we're dying cold,
It was awesome.
we're like lollipops up there in the stands, but we enjoyed every second of it. It was unforgettable.
Well, Robbie, I appreciate you coming on the podcast today. I'll link your Twitter account down below in the video. You guys could check it out. And
Hold on. What movie are we watching this week? I forget. Are we watching Jurassic World Part 7?
yeah,
How do you think that's going to compare to Top Gun? I don't know if it's going to pass Top Gun in
it's gonna be
box office.
worse.
I think it's not going to
It's
go
gonna be
well.
it's gonna be way worse. I already know it is.
I had someone put on their Instagram that had their ticket for the movie they just watched, Jurassic World or whatever, and they set it on fire and they just let it burn, and that was the end of their video. I don't think they liked it. Anyway,
I have to go see it, but
yeah,
I'm not looking forward to it.
I might have to go see Top Gun again. That was
Yeah.
awesome. Thanks
All
for
right,
having
well,
me today, buddy.
You're welcome. And if you guys can, please do subscribe. Check out some of our other videos. And I'll see you guys in a little bit.
All
Peace.
right, bye.